So, obviously, since today is Valentine's Day, and so I said we were gonna react to Valentine's Day videos. Obviously, we had to react to the number one streamer that Twitch loves. I mean, loves Frogan. Everyone who doesn't love Frogan. I figured let's watch this video about apparently Frogan has been doing some shiz that that may or may not have been a result, if not a symptom of the recent content nuke dropped by one H3H3 Productions Ethan Klein. Uh, you may, if you don't know who Ethan Klein is, he's the husband of Ila Klein, who has a Teddy Fresh, like a really popular clothing brand. It's like super vapor wavy. Freaking wine! I want that freaking jacket they got. Oh, the jacket's so cool. Sorry, really cool stuff. Anyway,
I'm sure every single one of you lovely people out there who decided to click on this very epic video, remember Twitch's rising star for 20 years in a row. I've talked about
sorry, we have double audio here. Let me mute one.
before. I am not the biggest fan of her, I guess you could say that. She is one of the worst people on Twitch, top 20, maybe top 15. Depends on what stupid she says that day. Yes, she was a Twitch streamer who wished American soldiers got PTSD. So I was just browsing YouTube.
Douche move, by the way.
As I do, and this video got recommended to me. Frogan, cruel, bigoted, and loving it. And I thought to myself, why not get some snacks?
As someone who's personally known a dude who like genuinely used to freak the frick out whenever he had like really loud bang noises. Not like just any freaking loud noise. It was specifically like I don't know, freaking wood, a ruler falling on a wooden floor, like that, you know, specifically a really sharp pang or a really sharp loud noise that he would kind of freak out. Like he wouldn't like go nuts, but he would genuinely just like instant panic mode, like instantaneous like fear mode. You get me? And it wouldn't like destroy him or nothing. He'd go back to normal after a sec. It's just one of those things that it's like he has this uncontrollable freaking like reaction to loud noises.
Chill with my amigos and amigas, and let's just watch this. Her downfall has,
dude, frick, why'd I even think of... He's probably gone at this point, dude. This was like in middle school. Damn.
It's been a long time coming.
Nah, son was like in his 80s already.
Nah, that's finally realizing what a horrible person.
I say 80s, but he might have been in his 70s. He was a really old dude. That's what I remember.
According to Frogan herself, her friends are leaving her. She said, "You know, a friendship is dead when they stop sharing their location with you. Could this be a joke?" Yes, but then at the same time, this is the same person that claimed she was joking about people getting.
Wait, so are people not like dissociating with her? Like, are they like, you know, like distancing themselves from her now?
PTSD and dying, and everyone deserves to die because America bad. So I don't know if she's trolling or not. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop a like.
Yeah, you've been
actually pretty hyped.
Hi, I'm Frogan.
Yeah, fair is fair. You've been like asking for a lot of people to die lately, and sort of like throwing out like death threats and like other shiz that's like really bad, like really anti-Semitic, borderline Nazi stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to associate either, to be completely frank. But hey, look, your format and my format match today. We're both going pink.
And I chose to be a Twitch streamer for my job.
5 seconds in.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. It's also I'm also sort of like on that same like, okay, maybe I've made a big mistake. Anyway.
And I'm like, nah. If you would have said YouTuber, that is a lot more sustainable than a Twitch streamer.
Don't think about it, Monke.
Starting out, but on Twitch, it's
just
a lot
smile.
different because you rely on other people. You rely on a fan base.
Nah, genuinely, I'm having fun. I gotta play time. We're good. Monke's good.
Twitch, or you gotta have connections with.
Genuinely, some of y'all actually get concerned. I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you for your genuine concern.
But yet, no one's watching.
I've been doing that joke so many times lately, and some people genuinely ask me.
It's completely different, and there's a lot more opportunities on YouTube. If you're gonna do this as your job, it's a lot better to do it as a YouTuber than a
100%. Ad revenue is gonna be through the roof there. I am so fortunate that I have some like people in my community that give me like their Prime sub and stuff. Oh, phenomenal! The day Twitch ever removed the Prime subs, I riot.
unless you have connections. And even then, once again, Frogan has connections with literally one of the biggest Twitch streamers ever, Hassan Piker, and still nobody watches her. And Denims and other people in her community, and she's between 80 to 110 viewers every single day with all those connections. And on YouTube, you don't need to rely on other people. So my advice, not that I recommend it, but if you're gonna drop out of school or quit your job when you're barely starting off in, creating social media content, I would do YouTube. I wouldn't do Twitch. But that's just my 2 cents.
In the last video, I covered topics.
No. Here's what you do, right? This is the master plan, and I did this based off of literally like I looked at the top streamers, YouTubers, like the top everybody that I was like, oh, see, this is the kind of content I want to create. These are the people that I feel like, oh, this is the kind of content that I sort of like can see myself doing, or I think I'd be good at. I pretty much just like looked at all of them, like as many hundreds of different like content creators, and sort of figure out like, okay, it seems like the simplest, most effective way to like basically pump out content that sort of like allows me to do the things I want while also pleasing the algorithm. I figured tends to be live streaming on Twitch and then chopping up that footage and uploading it to YouTube. That genuinely, that tends to be the best of both worlds. Makes it way easier to record your content, because you can record content while streaming at the same time. Phenomenal. What do you think I'm doing right now? Is this all live? Hello, how's it going? Twitch, anyone on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Kick, every Friday, 10 to 7. I'm reacting all freaking day, and soon on Twitter as well, if you want to do that instead. And so I feel like that's honestly the best way to do it, because realistically, yeah, Twitch, you're gonna be relying on like people to show up and donate to you. It's kind of like Twitch is kind of like the online version of going to the pier, to the beach, and like playing your guitar, hoping somebody drops $1 into your hat. You get me? That's at least the way I'm seeing it. And then on YouTube, I can right now I'm just doing reactionary content, but we're gonna be soon. I will be working with Degenerate Weeb on his channel, Anime Addict Review, to talk about anime and discuss things of that nature. But I'm gonna be more on like the script end of things. For me personally, on my channel, I'm gonna start doing more like video game guides or just like informative videos. For example, right now I'm about to start chopping up the video for my side for specifically just a video showing the perfect ending. So for people who like just are curious, like stuff like that. I'm about to do a video on Bao. Like there's like a Bao the Whale mod that I want to get, and then like make a video for that. So it's like YouTube is definitely gonna be the way to go when it comes to like creating content for that stuff. I'm close. I'm at 450 subscribers. I can almost start getting ad revenue from YouTube. Shout out. Please subscribe. Please. Anyway, play. YouTube still has my $17 from back before that rule happened. I made like $17 from YouTube, but the rule is that unless it's like $100 or more, they won't cut you the check. So they still owe me $17. I'm coming for my $17, Google.
Rogan's claims to be a public
I'm
health
gonna freaking get like partnered again, because you took it away from me. I'm gonna get partnered again. And then I'm gonna earn that $100, damn it.
Her confrontations with multiple therapists.
And even if I don't find any more success after that on the platform, I win. Damn it. I freaking won.
Criticisms of Ludwig. Ethan Klein's falling out with her favorite streamer Hassan in a paper she wrote in college. I think I successfully demonstrated her dishonesty, her arrogance, and self-victimization. But as I expected, Rogan has once again stirred up controversy in the streaming community. And as usual, she'll take no accountability for her actions.
There's no way someone like Frogan is a public health expert.
Whose video is this? I would love to see this one.
Recently, we've seen a lot happen between Twitch, its creators, and its critics. Most notably, Twitch was put on blast by multiple figures and organizations, including the ADL and U.S. Congressman Richie Torres, a Twitch-sponsored.
Richie Torres, yeah, I'm honestly glad that there is actually somebody paying attention in some form, higher form of like government in any way, shape, or form. Because honestly, as much as we don't want it to be, I think eventually we're like just from all the bad actors, I think there's going to eventually need to be some kind of regulation. And I didn't want it, and I don't want it, but it's getting freaking outrageous out here, bro.
With racial undertones.
It's
was
getting a
the
little too
spark that
much.
started the fire.
It's freaking obvious that these companies can't freaking regulate themselves. Like, damn, bro.
People will try and feign innocence. Don't let them gaslight you. In another universe, I might have been
And it's
more
always, by the way, it's always going to be better for the platforms to self-regulate. Because any government regulation is going to be so, like, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be a lot more than what you yourself would do. Like, you're able to be lenient on, when you yourself are regulating, when it self-regulates, you're able to be more lenient on, niche issues. When it's the government, it's broad strokes, umbrella terms, and a lot of times they don't understand the culture or the platform or what's going on, so they may be misinformed decisions on the regulations, and frankly too much regulations at times. So that's why it's like a situation where in an ideal universe or an ideal world, yeah, we would be able to freaking like go on without the need for it, but at a certain point, if it gets too freaking bad, it's like what the hell are we? What else are we gonna do? Like, this is why we can't, it's one of those, this is why we can't have nice things kind of situations.
Charitable to Frogan and her crew. But as I discussed in my last video, there's way too many examples of her being shady. To explain why I don't think anyone should give any leeway to Frogan or anyone in her circle.
I've said this, guy.
No, as far as Frogan goes, I have to say, I don't think that she's necessarily as, like, unlike Hassan, I would say Hassan Piker, at least from the content nuke, it makes him seem very, very, very pro-terrorist. I wouldn't necessarily say the same about Frogan. I think she's just mean. I think she's just very mean. She's a very mean person.
Nice. I don't want to be like, I told you so, but I'm never, ever, ever, ever wrong when it comes to situations. Never. I've never made a mistake. Not even one. I cannot recall one. You don't need to be a super IQ individual to look at Frogan and everything she's done and be like, yeah, I do not trust this person. I trust everyone, even my biggest op, more than I do Frogan. And I get it. YouTubers, Twitch streamers, content creators, we make mistakes. But when you do it like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row, it's like, all right, bro, you gotta be stopped. But the difference between the average content creator that does or says,
yeah, no, there's like making mistakes for sure. Everybody does. But then there's like, oh no, this is your content. Like Johnny, like I wouldn't say Johnny Somali made a mistake. That is his content. He's going in with the purpose of wanting to like mess with people in public, and sort of ruin their days.
That's something stupid, and Frogan is a Frogan never apologizes. Frogan can do no wrong, according to Frogan. So now a lot of this video, if not the first half, talks about stuff that we've covered before, and it even dives into a bit more political that I am just not qualified to talk about. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just not the guy to talk about politics. But let's get into stuff that we've never seen before.
I hope you get PTSD, and I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America.
This is a pretty vile take.
Yeah,
and not because
it's freaking twisted.
Criticize America.
Disgustingly twisted.
But there's a difference in criticizing.
See, honestly, I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Decisions made at a high level, and harboring hatred towards military service members who often have no other choice but to follow orders. People who join the military.
There's just a dog riding a pony. Why? Why is there a dog riding a pony?
In their life, and no future planned ahead for
them.
Oh,
look at the little butt wiggle.
Joining the military.
I love the butt wiggle.
Otherwise, wouldn't have had. That doesn't even take into account how many of them are recruited fresh out of high school. Frogan and her friends are supposed to be leftists who care about the disadvantaged.
Opium? Wow.
And the working class. But they can't even think through.
Wait, are they doing galaxy gas? What is this?
who they're talking to when they say things like this. They only have enough energy to fawn over an anti-Semitic Houthi terrorist. There's no energy for anyone else. A few days later, on October 21st, Rogan doubled down.
I'm getting canceled on Twitter again. I still agree with it. Aw, base.
This is absolutely hate speech. Veterans are a protected class.
Protected by veteran status on Twitch's terms of service. But of course, Dan Clancy really likes the entire Hassan Piker camp, so he don't really want to punish her.
People with mental issues are a protected class. You cannot talk about people like this. It's actually a huge problem. And according to Twitch guidelines, this is a violation. Now, if I can direct your attention, take a look at this gem.
Some of them don't have a choice financially or for school. My little brother is serving right now for that reason. He's not a fan, neither am I.
I took out student loans.
It's really sad too, because I get the stance, and I get the stance, and I totally respect and in fact support your right to have that stance and be anti-military and be anti this, that, and the other. But for some people, an uncle of mine, you know, their parents had to cross over illegally so that they could cross their children over legally the correct way. You know, they were basically misinformed. You know, they weren't really told the right process is the right way back, especially way back then. There really wasn't any good way to tell how the hell to immigrate over. So I am definitely sympathetic, more so than most people, to immigrants. After that, my uncle sort of grew up very patriotic towards the U.S. And even though he doesn't agree with how harsh immigrants are treated on the at the border, he's always been the sort of like patriotic dude that has always wanted to serve in the military as a sort of like, I don't know, some weird like, I say weird, right, in a good way, but some weird, he sort of like, as a sort of like give back to the country because he was, he was fortunate enough for his parents to be accepted here, given papers, and then having him and his brothers and sisters immigrated over the legal route, and then able to like full on bro pretty much had an entire military career, businesses, went to college. He did the whole nine. He full blown was able to immigrate over basically and like live that, do the whole nine, the whole American dream, own a house, go to college, have a car, have the kids, all that good stuff. So for some people, these military services are like, it's a very, very amazing thing for them. And especially in the circumstances that they had, I don't know if my uncle would have like gotten the house, gotten the education, if he didn't have that military history. Especially with again the circumstances that his parents were in financially, more than anything, Like my dad slept at a bus stop. This was like early on. You get what I'm saying? Like he would go work at the tortilla, at the Diana's, at the tortilla, like the taco place, and then as like a waiter, and then he'd go sleep at the bus stop. And then at the end of the month, when he would have all his checks collected, he would take it all back to his family. He would like actually get on the bus and go back to the family, give them the money, the checks. They would and not just him, all the siblings and all the parents, and divvy up the money, buy the stuff for the house, move on, and then start the whole process over again. So it's like for some people, the like I understand that for you, you have your opinions on it, and you may agree, you may not agree, but you have to understand that there is a lot more nuance to the world than the simplest. You are gun loving American, and therefore you join the military, and therefore you deserve PTSD. It's like that's such a black and white way to look at the world. You get me? That's so free. It's like it's so ignorant. It's so ignorant to the ways of the world. How the world really works.
Honey, be in student debt like everybody else. You know, but thank you. You think
Sim for Frogan.
You think I want to be in $100,000 of student loan debt? No, I don't. But I never brown.
Hey, 20 months? That's like $5 a month or something. Frick! What's less now, right? But
You often need a co-signer to even get a loan, and a lot of people don't even have that.
I don't know, this is someone that has no idea what the fuck they're talking about, yet they're acting like they know. For example, when there's something that I don't know about, like the first segment of this video when they talk about politics in Israel and Palestine, I skip on it because I don't want to spread misinformation or get stuff wrong, and I'm just not qualified for that, right? But people like Frogan, they don't know what they're talking about, yet they feel like their opinion should be out there just because they're Frogan and they're the rising star of the year 10 years in a row or whatever. It's just such a tone-deaf response.
it gets worse every time. Everyone I hear, it gets worse every time. She was nominated streamer, rising star, rising streamer of the year twice, and won once.
And your own fans are telling you their situation. She doesn't like the fact that her brother's in the military and the brother doesn't even like it, but they have to do it. And she's like, well, there's other ways to go around it. Just do this. At this point, I don't know.
To be fair, though, I agree with Tecto. Like, how many years in a row can you be a rising streamer? Like, you either made it or you haven't. For frick's sake, like, when the frick? Pick one.
Frogan, Denims, or Hassan Piker. I don't even think she's bringing $12 to the platform. And I get why they want to keep Hassan. The Twitch CEO is a Hassan Piker fanboy, and he loves that Hassan Dlissi. But Frogan? She's bringing nothing to the platform.
No one should believe that Frogan has an
but she's a part of Hassan's crew
within her. What does she think happens to the families and the children of people who come back from serving, who have PTSD, and have...
You have to understand... it's sort of this domino effect where Frogan and Hassan share so many of the same views and effectively commit so many of the same Twitch DOS violations that in order to ban Frogan, it would basically be an admission of guilt to a lot of what Hassan has done, and therefore the questions will begin to be asked. If Frogan is getting banned for this, why is Hassan not being banned for this? And it just makes sense for Dan not to want to ban one or the other.
System. And
honestly, I just want him to pick one. Either it's allowed or it's not allowed. Like how is it that Hassan is allowed to call Jews inbred, but what's his face? Destiny is not allowed to call whoever the hell, I think he called the LGBTQ community. Like the critics, like the or their defendants that were harassing him or whatever the frick. He called them inbred. And as someone who frankly just doesn't like Destiny and doesn't like Hassan, I used to watch both Destiny and Hassan separately. I wouldn't say a fanboy, but I used to just watch. I mean, I used to do it since freaking A. Since I can remember, I've been watching YouTube just to watch it, just because it was something to watch. And so I watched them a lot, and then later I forgot about them for a while, and the next thing you know, they freaking hate each other and they're at each other's throats, and I'm like, what the frick? And so, I don't know, point being, once one domino falls, they all fall. And so, either pick one, either everyone gets punished equally, or nobody gets punished equally. Like, but it's gotta be one or the other. You can't be picking and choosing favorites like this freaking obviously. This blatantly.
How many of those people don't go on to contribute to society?
It's concerning for someone like me who's like trying to freaking make a thing happen on this platform.
How many of them go on to be a net negative because of their trauma?
Like, if this is going to be how you're going to play it, why the hell am I wasting my time trying to like get to the top if obviously I'm never going to? If I'm not like
military veterans.
If I don't got a freaking like eagle grip on the glizzy of Hassan.
was the Las Vegas Cybertruck explosion, in which the perpetrator, Matthew Livelsberger, admitted in letter that he wanted to cleanse his mind of the brothers that he lost and relieve himself of the burden of the lives he took.
I wonder if Frogan will ever
Damn.
respond to this, or at least share her thoughts about it, or give her
Yo, I didn't know that about that truck situation.
story. It is accurate. You cannot say stuff like, I hope all military guys get PTSD. And now you're seeing the results of said PTSD. I mean,
Bro blew up the vehicle, yeah.
it's one thing
Blew himself up with.
to say it, and then it's another thing to see it in real life and how people with actual PTSD act. We just saw right now is the actual effects of having PTSD. The more time passes, the worse this whole argument of Frogan.
And then they're like the first people. Then these same people are over here like saying freaking like acting like it's a freaking tragedy. It's like you're freaking over here wishing for it.
Yeah, I hope all military guys die and they get PTSD. They deserve it. It's such a dumb take.
Founded by Cutie Cinderella, the Streamer Awards is an annual awards show that celebrates achievements in the live streaming industry over the previous year. The first one was held in 2022. One of the categories that streamers can be nominated for in the Streamer Awards is Rising Star, an award that is dedicated to streamers who are still up and coming. As the website says, these streamers have tremendous growth over the past year and have the potential to be a top streamer.
I am still mad I never got nominated for this. Not in 2020, not in 2021 when I blew up, not in 2022 when I killed it, not in 2023.
Bro, it's made by Cutie Cinderella. The amount of criticism you give towards Ludwig, I don't think there's a chance.
When I killed it even more, even 2024 was my best year ever. None of those times I've been nominated for Rising Star of the Year. The fact
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. You better start sucking the Ludwig, Glizzy.
the Frogan got nominated and won is triggering to me. All right, I'm triggered. I'm mad, and I will crash out if I don't win this year.
Brogan was nominated for the Rising Star Award.
With all due respect, I have no idea who the hell any of these people are.
Is our rising star.
Stans ended up winning instead of her, but that's
As I'm
not-
sure many people have said the same thing about me. I'm I'm bottom of the barrel, but I'm just saying, I'm someone who watches a lot of freaking content.
because Frogan was nominated again
You know what I'm saying? Like
in 2023 for the same award.
I don't even watch him. I know who Kai Cenat is. I know who KCO is. I don't watch him. I rarely, well, Kai Cenat, you know, here and there. But like KCO, never seen him. Never seen a single thing about him, but I definitely know who he is. I know what he looks like. I know what his content is like because it's impossible to not hear about him. You know what I'm saying?
Star. I personally don't have an issue with this because
Never watched.
it's just a show. It was made for streamers to give awards to their other streamer friends. But people were confused as to how she got nominated twice in a row. It's a valid question. How can you be a potential rising star 2 years in a row?
I legit never ever watched Emerald, but I know about her. Like so because she comes up on my feed very often too.
Ms. Kiff, an actually popular streamer, commented on the categories during one of his streams.
On like
Frank's
shorts
on
and stuff.
live, and Frogan was there last year. How do you know him? I literally, all I do is sit and watch Twitch. Well, I don't watch Twitch. I scroll through and look at people, and I'm like, damn, they have a lot of viewers.
I do the exact same thing, but for YouTube. Like clips, I watch a lot of clips. I watch a lot of shorts, clips, and highlight reels from like streams, best ofs.
As you can see, she
The only time I watch full stream VODs, like on my own, would be like again the best example of most recently where I watched lengthy VODs, multiple VODs, was like the Gargora Kirby Dreamlands like VOD, stuff like that. Highly recommend. Very entertaining, that one.
bad here.
She's gonna cry. I think this is the one where she
Yeah,
cries.
Frogan's on here again. I feel like that doesn't make any sense.
OTK is nominated again for Org of the Year. Why are you nominated again?
Like, you can just see how mad she is. Excuse me, what the fuck did you just say to me? I'm the Rising Star Queen. What do you care about an award show that means nothing? It's not important. I don't understand why people care so much about winning awards that are meaningless. I would understand if it was an
And I'll be completely honest. Me personally, at least if I was Frogan, and I say this in the best way possible, it's like, yo, Miz, like, I freaking won the award, baby. I don't give a fudge what you think about me, baby. I won the freaking award, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you like? Come on. I feel like that shows a bit of insecurity at that point. It's like, come on, like, you won the freaking award. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. This is your award. You got this. You earned this. Don't worry about what people are saying about you. Don't say like it don't matter. It literally don't matter. You can freaking you can win. You could win like freaking Iron Mouse. VTuber has been VTuber of the year, VTuber of extraordinaire, number one VTuber, number one streamer, number one YouTuber for so freaking long. Don't matter. People are gonna hate on her. Why? Cause she's at the top. Kai Cenat gets at the top. Guess what? People hate on him. Why? Cause he's at the top. You know, people. Who's gonna people hate on you, bro? Come on.
Oscar, you know what I mean? Or an Emmy, maybe even a Grammy, even though that shit's super rigged, but you know what I mean. Or maybe your YouTube Plaque Awards. You get 100K because you earned those 100K. You worked hard. Or $1 million.
But I gotta say, Oscar, here, I'm not a fan of the whole argument of like the award doesn't matter or why do you care about this? Because like if it matters to them, then it matters to them. You get me? The whole thing has always been, well, if it doesn't matter, then why do you care? You know, and so it works in both ways. I see what he's saying, but at the same time, it's like if Frogan cares about the award, then Frogan cares about the award. What you shouldn't care about is what other people think. Because I mean, she's already freaking won the award. Like, why are you caring? Like, why?
Or 10 million or whatever the next goal is. Those are, in my opinion, valid award shows because you made it happen. It's not a massive Twitch circle jerk of, you know, their friends giving awards to their other friends. It's a legit award show. I would understand if I lost
Fair. It's fair. Okay, fair.
out on those and I was nominated, right? But the streamer awards, bro, no one cares. No one cares. And 99% of the population does not even know they exist. It's once again, it's a massive circle jerk of these Twitch streamers, the top Twitch streamers, giving awards to their other Twitch friends. That's what it is. So this means nothing. Unless I'm nominated, then it means something. But until then...
Again, good. Agreed. I can actually agree with that, actually. I'll sort of like add on to that. You shouldn't care about realistically any award. Who's out there, baby? Probably my neighbor's dog came back over. What was I saying? Sorry, my neighbor's dog probably came back over, so my dog went ham. No, more than likely. Freaking, what the frick was I just saying? I was freaking had. Thanks, dog. That's my train of thought. That's cool.
You're either a star or you're not. You know what I mean? Like what?
Bruh, she is so offended.
Oh, right. You realistically shouldn't care too much about any freaking award show. They're all kind of, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Your own achievements is the community you build yourself, which is basically how I dictate my success. If I have a community of people that are constantly showing up to my stuff, watching me, talking to me, discussing things, playing games with me, enjoying the vibes, I know I'm doing good. If I have a day where it's completely empty, nobody showed up, nobody from my community came by to chat, then I feel like I failed that day. Because it's either a sign that the content I'm currently making is not something that interests my community, or it's a sign that I have not made a lasting impact on my community enough so that they would have the confidence in me that no matter what game I'm playing or no matter what thing I'm doing on the stream, they're gonna have fun and they're gonna want to come and watch me. You get me? That's the only way I at least that's how I want to judge my success, and that's how I'm gonna try to judge my success. Realistically, the only reason I want to get the partnership with YouTube and all that good stuff is because I don't know that just sort of makes me feel legit. You know, getting sponsorships and stuff that will make me feel legit, but I guess. But that's just paying the bills. You get me? And of course, I'm not gonna pretend like that's not a huge part of it. Of course, but I feel like the real success of the actual entertainer, the actual like content creator specifically, not the success of the channel more so, but the success of the content creator would be based on that community. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what
I
y'all
feel
think
like
on
this
that one.
award
Actually, I'm
should be,
curious.
like, a falling star.
Maybe that's
award, but it'd be
cheesy.
So funny. I would clear.
I've always been a hopeless romantic. I'll be honest. Like a cheese ball. You okay now, Doggo? Yeah, you're gonna hang out under the desk with me? Okay.
Honestly,
Huh?
okay, it makes me really upset. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to cry, but it really does make me really upset.
Womp womp.
So I get that she's likely pretty new to having this level of attention directed at her, and it's overwhelming. But it seems pretty clear that Mizkif wasn't being overly harsh on Frogan. He even made a self-deprecating joke about himself, about him clearing the Falling Star Award.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I feel like, and again, if that's genuinely how she felt, valid. It's valid. Okay, this is how she feels. But yeah, I feel like she took it way too. Like, you shouldn't. Like, why? Like, do you even really care about his opinion? Do you honestly even care what Miskip's opinion is of you? Like, on that? Like, do you? Do you actually?
Frogan, however, viewed it in the exact opposite way. She immediately took offense to these comments and assumed that the joke was directed towards her. Mizkif came into her chat to explain and apologize.
Annoyed! I'm annoyed! I saw the clip. The reason I said that I don't think he deserved the Rising Star Award is because I think that it should be based on that year. We have grown a lot from this year. I meant to no ill with it. Okay, here's my thing. When you say like that and the way you're saying it in front of your audience of like 25,000 people, allowing them to continue to make fun of me, how do you think that makes me feel?
I'm sure it doesn't feel great, but she's the last person to be speaking about this.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, the whole starting to cry, like, on stream is really just there for pity points. I can't, like, I get it, but I just feel like you've dealt with other harsher criticisms before, and they didn't quite affect you. Like, was Mizkif just like a big freaking thing for her? Is this just?
It's all fun and games. You're getting all the Tech W's, Omega Lols, Falling Star. I didn't even know this was a thing until somebody tweeted it to me.
So while she's complaining about the possibility of people coming in and harassing her, her own
Yeah, like, it's like look at this.
chat was insulting Mizkif and even making death threats towards him.
Yeah, nicest Frogan fence right here, guys. I don't know, and it's not like Frogan was new to streaming.
It's kind of like there's never a two-way street with this kind of stuff. It's like you say something about me, I'm gonna cry about it, and everyone's needs to feel sympathy for me. But the moment everybody starts to freaking attack people that I don't like, it's suddenly okay and justified. Again, there's the same person who made a tier list about an Arab to Jew to Arab to Israeli to Arab to loves Israeli-born Jew tier list. By the way, remember that when she participated in that? Just saying.
She's been doing this, or at that point, if I'm not mistaken, she's been doing that for 2 to 3 years. And I get it, the internet could be a pretty mean place. I've been called pretty much everything you could imagine. Do I care? No, because who's a multi-billionaire and who isn't? So maybe not a
True. I'm definitely not a multi-billionaire. In fact, I'm in debt. But instead, but I do have a lot of death threats thrown at me. Funny enough, like it's quite a few. People don't like monkeys on the internet.
not a billionaire, but you know what I mean. Well, you're too sensitive to work online and go work another job that isn't this. It's not like you're innocent either.
Some people just like call me monkey as a derogatory term. Like I am a monkey. It's so weird.
Do your fair share of stupidity to get people mad at
Some
you.
people straight up just say, "Shut up, monkey," and I'm like, technically, potentially in your lifetime, the one time it's actually the appropriate time to use that sentence.
It's the internet for you. If you can't handle
Just
it,
saying.
look for another job.
First video, I pushed it on Twitter.
I will delete
me
those.
shortly after, and I was not expecting what I saw.
Destiny's cummies dried up for her. LMAO.
This is
Mainly
sexualizing me just
well,
because I've been
mainly because my auto freaking like thing detects it.
With another
And then it
content
tells me
creator
like,
in the
hey,
past.
approve or disapprove,
Aren't
and I'll
we
be like,
supposed
alright,
to be
yeah,
a
no,
leftist?
that's a
I
little
don't think
much.
I've ever talked about Frogan this way. By the way, remember, she started off in Hassan's community, and she has been modding for Hassan for years. She does all sorts of work for him. I don't have that kind of relationship with any other
The
content
frick?
creator the way that she does.
The thing with Frogan is that she's so aggressive. The difference here between Frogan and other people who are quote unquote real YNs like myself, is that we don't pretend to be positive in this wholesome content creator 24/7 like she does. It's not like I'm putting on a mask every single time I come and upload, and then in real life I'm like this horrible, rude person.
What's wrong with putting on a mask? You got something to say? I'm joking. I do this for the voice acting.
Frogan is that she's
That's
not
my whole
genuine.
point.
She's not real.
I
But
meant
in
to do
reality,
that.
She's so rude, so mean, so aggressive. It's like, this is not the same person that's wholesome and begging for money on Twitch.
You look at your haters, and it's an ugly ass bitch with no fucking eyebrows or no lips coming after you.
Honestly,
You see what I'm saying? Why didn't you have that attitude with Miss Kiss?
Rogan should be the last person talking about anybody's looks. I'm not gonna say anything else, but
Nah.
you know.
Come on, chill. You see, I've seen some of those like sponsor images. She cute.
We did learn more about Frogan, and indeed, she is as bad as I
People
thought.
too harsh
if not
sometimes.
Just an even worse human being.
What are these
than
standards we got
Beyond
going
Fun,
on?
Beyond cooked. No one will ever defend her besides Hassan Piker, and even Hassan Piker sometimes doesn't come out and defend her. So it's just a matter of time before people realize, and they're like, "Holy
Nah,
shit,
she
this
genuinely
person's
does look
actually
cute. I just,
horrible."
you know,
anyways, with that
she's
said,
crazy,
thanks so
but that's
much
about
for
it.
watching. I'm starving. It's time to eat, so I have to go. But make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you next time. All right.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think he eating? What do you think Oscar eats? You think he had lasagna?
I am sure
I think he had lasagna that day. No, he had tacos. No, he probably had tacos. He's got a little sensitive society button here with the thing. You can't see it because of the heights, but there's like a little taco image right there. I think he had tacos. It's either lasagna or tacos. I don't know why. I feel like he had a lasagna day that day that he wrote this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the video on the Discord. Everyone, go and check it out. Drop a like, drop a sub, all that good stuff. I want to see that original video actually. I think it'll be cool to watch. But let's go ahead and move on real quick because we are getting close to time here. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today. I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi. That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!